Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate taking time out of y'all's busy schedule, stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Sunday, November 8th, 2020, and we are starting out on our 34th week of dealing with this Chinese bat flu. Safer at home, wear a mask. I'm not sure if I'm going with that or not, but I kind of like it. Pandemic craziness. Right now in Jacksonville, Florida, it is 80 degrees Fahrenheit outside. This is showing 79 degrees Fahrenheit inside. I've actually got my fans going. 75% humidity. That's 27 degrees Celsius, 26 degrees Celsius inside, 27 outside. If you look on here, all that green down the bottom, that's Florida, that's the Florida Peninsula. That goes about halfway up. So they're getting pretty wet down there. We're having these smaller bands come through. So it's raining. It's just not. I mean, it's not the heavy downpours that we normally get. I'm not complaining. Other than I'm kind of questioning. Maybe I could have gone camping anyway. But looking at the big map, those rains are getting out as far as I was looking to go. And they said that, the roads are impassable when they're wet. So, I mean, they are dirt roads out in the middle of the woods. So, they don't have bridges over the creeks and stuff like that. But like I said, that's alright. I mean, I didn't get a whole lot done yesterday. I was so laid up. I'm feeling better today. My neck's not stiff or cracking at all. I haven't had to take any medication this morning other than my coffee. Some of y'all may notice I got a bigger coffee cup. Somebody had mentioned, and I don't remember who, I think it was Daniel, that coffee is better for you than the fruit juices. I've got a bad heart. I'm not supposed to be having caffeine. Or a lot of caffeine. I mean, this is probably pushing it. This is about half again the size of my other cups. It's actually, I had to use two of my coffee bags to make a good enough cup of coffee I like, thick and rich enough. And even that I may have to go back to actually brewing my coffee if I'm going to drink it this size. Anyway, I'd originally said that I can't drink coffee. He'd also suggested milk and plain water. Yeah, plain water ain't cutting it. And I don't drink milk. I haven't drank milk in I don't know how long. I don't even have milk in the house for the most part. If I'm going to make something up that needs milk, I go and buy like a quart or a pint or something like that. And basically just enough to make whatever I'm making. So I use powdered milk a lot. Like for making macaroni and cheese and other things like that, where you need the milk proteins, and they combine with water, and I guess it's kind of milk. Maybe that's why I don't like milk, because my mom used to make powdered milk all the time because it's cheaper. But I never liked it. So, and it's more like skim milk, which If I want to drink milk, I want the full on. Like I don't mind drinking buttermilk. Man, that'll go down easy if it's cold. But that's thick and fatty and yeah. I don't drink it that often anyway. But I do prefer buttermilk to any of the other milks. It just I don't know. I don't drink milk in my coffee. I don't take creamer. I used to use brown sugar. Excuse me. And then my neighbor started giving me jars of honey, and I switched to honey. And then he had to give up his hives, so I kind of went back to brown sugar. But now I'm back to honey again because it just gives a different taste, and it kind of lingers on your lips, almost like a hot sauce does. Today I'm using a local wildflower honey, and it lingers, and anyway. If you haven't used honey in your coffee or tea, I'd suggest trying it. Although it's expensive, it really is. It's kind of a luxury if you don't have a beekeeper friend who just says, "Here's a quart." A quart of honey costs, well, at the flea market, a quart jar costs $23, depending on anywhere from $20 to $27, I think, depending on the type of honey that it is. So he's supposedly a local beekeeper. I have found that the honeys at Walmart are really tasty, and they're more moderately priced. I've been talking for almost 63 years now. Sometimes I still mess up. So yeah, the honey at Walmart is generally moderately priced. They do have the higher cost ones. You just have to be careful. So a lot of times honeys are mixed, and they're not pure. They're cut. So be careful what you buy. Like the stuff at Dollar Tree. It says it's honey. I don't think so. It tastes more like a simple syrup, which is basically what I make with my brown sugar for coffee and tea and whatever. I make a very thick, simple syrup. It's almost honey-like. It pours almost like honey. I haven't made it in a while, but I believe it's 1 cup per quarter pound. So, or maybe it's 2 cups per quarter pound. I don't remember. Excuse me. I'd have to actually get into it. Actually, I do it I have a bottle that I make it up with, so I think I put 2 cups of sugar in. And 3 or 4 cups of water. Anyway, it's very thick. It's very sweet. You don't need a lot. You only need a half a teaspoon or a teaspoonful for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. So, figures I mentioned it and then can't remember how I make it up. I've actually been using the brown sugar here lately in my ginger, honey, lemon, ginger, cayenne pepper, apple cider, So I replaced the honey because, like I said, it's expensive. I've been drinking a lot of this stuff. I replaced the honey using brown sugar. And I was using turmeric, but man, it stains everything. And it kind of settles out of the drink. And it stained my glasses, my the glasses that I'm drinking out of, and changes your urine color. I mean, to a bright yellow. So I've cut way back on that. It's also Charles did some research. Now I've done research on the benefits of turmeric, and they're quite a few. But then the side effects, and I hadn't realized what the side effects were. And some of those are, loose bowels, and I can't remember. That was the one that stuck with me. So I'll go back in and I'll put that all down in the description if you're interested. But anyway, yeah, I use the brown sugar, but I only use, let's see, I make it up by the half gallon, and I use just a little over a quarter cup of brown sugar to go into that. So, and then the rest of it's all pretty much, how much you think you can manage. So, I like ginger. I put a lot of my candied ginger down in the bottom of it. I chop it up in a processor, and I put it down in there, and it lasts for quite a while. I can get 2 or 3 brews out of it. And then I added some powdered ginger and a little bit of powdered cayenne pepper, and like 4 capfuls of apple cider vinegar with the mother. You want that little cloudy part down in the bottom. And then a couple tablespoons of lemon juice. I don't know, they say it's a fat burner. I drink it, and it takes away any hunger pains that I'm having for the most part. So I cut down on the size of my meals. It doesn't take away this up here. That I mentioned cheesesteaks the other day, and Granddad's old man said, "Stop talking about cheesesteaks." It's my favorite food. I mean, I've laid in the hospital several times, and the only thing I want is a cheesesteak. And especially the times that my jaw was wired shut, where I was, my neck was immobilized, and they got that thing under your jaw, and they're feeding you with straw, and the one thing I want is a cheesesteak. And I've been meaning to go. There's a really good place here my son-in-law took me to. Excuse me. It might be better than Philadelphia cheesesteak. I mean, I love Philadelphia cheesesteaks. It's my favorite food. Philadelphia area, anywhere around Philadelphia, I mean, you can get, it's basically going to be the same thing. Down here, there are several places that I go to get a good cheesesteak that I like. Miami Grill is one of them. It's close by here. I also get the Steak in a Sack, which is similar. It's not a cheesesteak. It's similar. You use thin sliced beef and onions and peppers and cheese, but it's in a pita. It's cooked a little bit differently. The texture's a little different. Jersey Mike's subs and sandwiches. They have a good one. One of the fish restaurants down at Jack's Beach has a really good cheesesteak. This one over by the hospital, oh my God. It's huge. It's like a 1.5 foot sandwich, and you get it with double meat and double cheese, and it's that big around. I swear, it's humongous. And they cook up the peppers and the onions right there and mix them in, and they have the hoagie spread, cherry pepper relish, which is just it's chopped up cherry peppers. I can't get that down here. I can't find it. Up north, you can buy it in a gallon jar. You know, I should have when I was up there, but I didn't. I didn't see it around the area in Delaware. Maybe I'll get my mom to pick me up one and send it down. That's an idea I hadn't thought of until just now. So, but yeah, oh man. Can you tell I like cheesesteaks? I'm literally drooling at the moment. My mouth, I'm salivating, not drooling. Couple more days on this diet that I'm on. Well, attempting to diet. Salads at least once a day. I'm having a good sized salad. And when I weighed myself the night before Halloween, I was 302 pounds. So that was what, a week and a couple days, right? I'll go to my daughter's house tomorrow. Hopefully I've lost at least a pound. Hopefully a little more. I would like to be sub 300 when I get on that scale tomorrow. If not, it just means I have to try harder, right? I mean, I would really like to be sub 290, but I know that hasn't happened. So, like I said, I'll be happy. A pound a week, okay. I mean, the last time I was doing a diet. I didn't really diet. I went from drinking sodas all the time to carbonated waters and juices and exercising more. It was part of being on YouTube. And people ask why I go shopping so much and picking up small things. Which reminds me, I have to go out today. I need honey and juice. Part of it is because I can go out and I get to, well, first of all, I get to interact with people. Not that I interact that much, but there's other people around. So it kind of gives me that interaction that I'm not stuck in all by myself hermitizing. And it gives me a place to exercise, walk. I'm not doing cardio walks, I'm just walking, which, with my bad knees and bad ankles and bad back and everything else, just walking is about as far as it's going to get. But I can walk around, grab a cart at Walmart and walk around Walmart for 20 minutes, a half hour, go to the Goodwill and walk around and spend 15, 20 minutes in there. Dollar Tree, I can spend 15, 20, $30 in there. I mean, minutes in there. So, I keep looking over here. I got that box of Pocky, P-A-Q-U-I. My friend up there way up there north in Georgia sent me all those ghost pepper tortilla chips, which are they're good. They go in salads, they go on sandwiches, they disappear. So I'm going to look into getting me some more of them. But I got the 2 Packy chips in there, one from my friend up in Georgia and one from a friend a little further south of me in Middleburg. That I need to do that super hot Packy chip challenge. I haven't forgotten. It's sitting right there in front of me. Just finding the time to do it the justice that I think it needs. So I will get to them. But where was I? I was bad as my granddaughter. I don't know. I don't know if I told the story or not. I'm going over to my son's house for something. I forget what. I got invited to dinner. And I was sitting there. My daughter-in-law was making up my granddaughter's costume for Halloween. And she'd have her try on the shirt. and then tell her, all right, go take it off and bring it back to me. And she would go off and take the shirt off, put on another shirt, come back out, sit down, and start doing her homework. And her mom would be like, where's the shirt? Oh yeah. And she'd go back to her room, and she'd come back out, and she'd sit back down and start doing her homework. Honey, where's the shirt? Oh yeah. She's smart as a whip. Straight A's. She's in 5th grade, I think. But she's in the she's taking pre-marine biology and agriculture courses or something like that at the middle school. It's a magnet school. Which basically, I mean, they have different magnet schools that cover different things. So, but yeah, she's doing, 5th grade marine biology. It's not like she's, a marine biologist, but they have fish tanks all over the class, all over the school that they have to take care of. She has her own little tank in school that she needs to take care of. And like I said, she's pulling straight A's. I think she had a B, or she was afraid she was going to have a B, but she was able to bring that up. So, yeah. And like I said, smart as a whip, but total blonde. Just. But hey, I'm the same way. I totally understand. I do the same thing. I get totally sidetracked. Forget all about what I'm doing. Forget what I'm talking about. So it's just it is. So, and I've always been that way. It's not just because I'm getting old. Although I try to blame it sometimes on my head injuries. Probably isn't, but this coffee cup just keeps on going. Did I finish the story about this where I realized that I may not be drinking, I can't drink coffee, but when I ordered my mom the Folgers singles, the single brews, just like the ones that I use, but hers were decaf. And somehow I messed up on the delivery instructions and it came here instead of there. And it was going to cost more to send it by mail to her than it was to just go ahead and order another one and have it sent to her. So I had that one here. And I used it throughout, the next couple of weeks or whatever, and made like cold brew coffee to drink during the day. And it worked. So my initial reaction to, I think it was Daniel, was, I don't drink coffee. But then as I got thinking about it, I was like, I do drink decaf. I've always been I've never really liked decaf. It's like, why drink it if you're not going for the buzz? But now I'm not supposed to have it. I'm not supposed to have the caffeine. But if a coffee drink will help pull some of this weight out, then I'll start drinking more cold brew, decaf cold brew. I also need to talk to my doctor about increasing my water pills. So see if that has any effect. Yeah, so Folgers decaf, I don't know, maybe it's because it's supposedly brewed right there in your cup or whatever. It's not like instant. I mean, it's still thick and rich and coffee tasting, which had really surprised me the first time I tried it. So, I mean, it's not It's not, black beret or whatever, super thick and rich and what have you, but it's tasty and it works nice. So I don't know. What kind of time are we going on this? I'm sitting here babbling and babbling and babbling. Still have a third of a cup of coffee. Yeah, we're pushing a half hour, 25 minutes. Y'all still out there? You hanging with me? I really need to get something to eat. Even if it's just a protein drink. I don't know. I could make up something. Now, it's pushing 3 o'clock on my computer. I actually set this clock to the proper time. Last week it had me all messed up. But I slept late today. It was kind of rainy and whatever. And I was up a little later last night because of the day before. So it was 12:30ish before I got up. Took a shower, made my first cuppa, and realized that the first cuppa was too weak. Went back and filled it back up again, rebrewed it, and then I came over to sit down here. So I just didn't realize how much time had passed. It's going on 3 o'clock, which means I've got about 2 hours of daylight. That's crazy. That's crazy. I hate this daylight saving time. Throws me all off. But what can you do? There's another one of those things. I mean, there's areas in the country that don't do it, and it's bad enough that you got you're driving like. There's 2 time zones in Florida. I didn't realize that until I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Somebody said something about it. But you start heading west, and then you cross over a time zone, and it's an hour early. So you go from 3 o'clock on this side of the fence to 2 o'clock on that side of the fence. That can mess with your head. So, especially, it can mess with your head. And it's coming back really messes with your head because you gain an hour. So, like, you're driving. It's 2 o'clock, blah, 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 blah. You're driving, and then you look down and it's 3 o'clock. What? How did I get that far? So, it just seems to take, I don't know, drives me crazy. But and I don't pay that much attention to the time, which is part of the problem, I think, because you look out the window and it's getting dark, and it's like, seriously? It's dark already? What time is it? 5 o'clock. What? I ordered a couple of these battery packs. Let me see, hang on a second. 16.5, I think. Let me see here. Pull up my orders. Alright, these are 16 750s, and the ones that I had before are 20,000 milliamp hours. So This one is a 20,000 milliamp hour portable charger, and I paid like $28 for that. Last year, I think we had a big storm coming in. This one, I was looking this up for a comment on one of my Facebook pages. Of course you don't want to go in. And I came across this one. It was on sale for $9. Well, $9.99, $10. So I actually ended up ordering 2 of these. Like I said, these are 16,750 milliamp hours. So 16,750 milliamp hours. They're only slightly smaller milliamp hour wise, if that's even accurate. But it was well under half the price. So I ordered those. Right now I'm testing them on this strip of LED lights. Oh my, that gets a little warm actually. Just to see how long it's going to run. And they've been running about 2 hours. We'll see how long that actually runs before it kills the battery. Estimated, because I probably won't see it when it dies. But anyway, that's for I'll hook that up in cherry. It'll give me 2 different ideas. Actually, I should take the other one and hook it up to one of my USB fans, so I know how long that will run that. So I need to dig out one of my USB fans and plug that in. Plug the other one in. So anyway, yeah, we're running 35 minutes now. I guess that's about it for now, and y'all that are still out there. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I really do. Sit there and listen to me babble. Just it helps me in so many different ways. Not just figuring out, you know, other ideas for things or whatever, but yeah, I really appreciate each and every one of y'all out there. But let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down, thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you want to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, I'll have links in the description box, wherever that is on your device of choice. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be on Facebook. I don't post a whole lot on Instagram, but